Welcome back to Daddies Overnight, the podcast where we are very literally becoming daddies overnight through adoption.
It's happened.
And we've become daddies overnight.
Oh my god. So this is
I'm dying.
This is going to be a really, really intense episode, guys, because we're officially dads.
We're daddy and daddy.
Like, actually daddy and daddy. So it is 24 hours.
Since we've been home.
With our little boy. So he is currently napping upstairs. We actually have the monitor in between our main camera so we can see.
Just make sure that he's all fine and he's napping like a dream.
And one of us, so if it's a rough cut half through this podcast, you know that he's woken up. But we really, really wanted
to capture the raw and the real feelings that we've just had
and sit down with you, because we are taking you on this long journey, and it has been a long journey through adoption and us becoming parents. And I feel like we really wanted to share this really real, really raw, and so we don't forget any of these feelings.
And think of how we felt, and I'm not trying to be negative, but I feel like the week of us picking up our son
has actually been hell.
Was the week from hell.
I think I have like trauma. I think it's trauma because I really wanted to. I really thought it's going to be something different than what it was, and I don't think we'll ever have that back.
I felt really bad because everyone tried to make it really nice for us, and everyone did.
And I think that's why it's so sad. Like, it's because he was a dream. His foster carers was a dream.
Social workers were a dream.
Like, everyone did their best, but then it doesn't help these feelings that we have.
I think that we really underestimated how emotional we would find it. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
God, it was so bad.
And that's why maybe we should have waited a week. Maybe we should have waited a week before filming this.
If you're listening to this, I am actually crying, not just laughing, because it's really, I never cry, but it's really hard.
It was really...
God, it was really bad. We'll unpack.
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop crying.
The reason why maybe we should have done this as you can tell, it's been a whirlwind 24 hours. I'm going to start with a positive. When we did get home yesterday, stupidly we said, we don't know, our family and friends, do you want us to do a food shop? We could do a food shop. And we're like, no, it's fine. We get food in.
We'll do it all ourselves because not that we didn't want people's help, but we didn't expect anyone to do that for us. And when we came home, we had banners. You're going to have to take the lead.
It's not really me. I don't know what to do with you.
Oh,
babe.
We had really lovely banners on the door.
Yeah.
And a fridge full of food from my sister and just our family.
And I think it was really shocked because we came back obviously mentally and emotionally drained. Our lives have changed forever. And then when we walked in and we saw the banners, and it had welcome home on our table, and then we went into the fridge because I think I was like, oh, I'm going to see some water, I think, or
something.
Milk. I was like, I wonder if our milk's still in date. I was going to do the sniff test, and then we opened the fridge, and I was like, oh, I don't remember buying all this food. And then it
was all M&S stuff, so it was all really nice.
But you've been missing the main bit. Your sister did actually bake a pasta bake.
Oh, yeah, my sister made us a pasta bake, which was really nice.
And it was with cute pasta. It was cute. Oh, it was really... I can't believe you don't remember this.
I do remember the pasta bake.
It was only yesterday.
I know, I do remember the pasta bake.
No, but it was heart shapes.
Yeah, I know.
But you didn't say that. You just went straight to M&S.
It's because we have got macaroons in the fridge waiting for us.
Oh God, we have got macaroons.
But we did really appreciate...
And a pop of bubbles.
We did eat the pasta bake last night that my sister made, so we really appreciate it.
And he's actually had a little bit for lunch. We blended it down.
Yeah.
It's really cute now, feeding for our son as well as us and making sure we keep him alive. But I thought before we go through transition week, I feel like we're not going to talk anything else about
him being home, because obviously it hasn't been hardly any time at all, but we want to take it back to the journey of this last week. So I feel like this is like therapy for us too.
Yeah, we're going to do week by week, I feel like. So we're going to recap on transition, but...
And for those of you that are like, what's transitions? Transition is where we've just spent a week with our son, with his foster carer, and it's like the handover of him coming home to be with us forever.
And for adoption, every transition is so different. Some transitions might be like over a longer period. Some might be really short. Some might be like, there might not be really a transition. I think it does very much depend on the child and the case by case.
But ours was a week and
8 days.
And I feel like the whole reason this was such an emotional week was our fault, because we decided...
We were away from home.
We were away from home and we decided to just stay a little bit closer so we didn't have to travel every day back and forth because of traffic.
And it was by choice. It was very much like, whatever we wanted to do, we were like, oh, if we got like a little... I'm going to use the word cottage, and quote unquote it's a cottage that we booked. We were like, oh, we stay in a cottage, then like we because we had the ancillary time, like his be there for wake up, be there for bottle time, and be there for when he goes down.
So he can get used to you at those like key moments of the day.
So we were like, if we stay close to where he's staying,
we don't have to worry about like getting stuck in traffic or something happening to the car, or I don't know.
Or just missing like breakfast or missing nap time or putting him down for bed. So we're like, oh, let's just rent a place and it's less travel, less stress. And I actually think it was probably the worst decision we could have made.
And we call it prison.
Yeah, it wasn't a cottage. So we booked this place thinking it was really cute. It was like family unit vibe.
Yeah.
So it had everything you needed, had like a cot, high chair, like a working kitchen. It was like an Airbnb, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, this is so bad because if we had stayed there at like a mini break, we wouldn't have thought it was bad. We would have made memory and we would have really liked it because the place was nice. We had to stay there and we couldn't come home, and then we were just so out of our comfort zone, and we were dealing with all these emotions of taking this beautiful boy away from like a loving foster carer. I felt like felt like it was just the worst place we could have stayed.
It was the worst thing that we could have done. It was just actually horrendous, because I just think if we had him in our own home, in our own space, like we know everything in our house.
We can run away to an upstairs room while the other one's downstairs if we're a bit emotional, whereas because we were in this tiny little like flat, really, wasn't it? We were just like, there was cabin fever.
But there was like no photos. It wasn't homely at all. It wasn't a cottage at all. And I think the things like it was just, you know how we cooked tuna one day and I was
we didn't have a tin opener.
No, that's what I mean, spoiler, we didn't have a tin opener. I was like, I'm going to do trial tuna with him. And I think it was the first or second meal that I was like, I've prepared for you. So it's a big thing.
It's a big deal, but
big
overall...
moment.
No, I'm not going to say overall it's a stupid thing because it's not. It is a big deal.
It's a huge deal, and no one could take that away from you. And it's like, oh, I wanted a tin opener to trial tuna with you, and then there's no tin opener. But at home, I know I've got a tin opener. And it's like, in this area where we are, I know the parks, I know the cafes, I know the area where we were.
We didn't know where anything was, so we were like, so what do we do with this child when we've got him? Because we're meant to be bonding and we found it really hard to bond.
It's really hard because we just felt so lonely.
Yeah.
Lonely, isolated and alienated. But we did... But anyway,
should we start?
Yeah,
from
I feel like we like.
So sorry, guys. This is such a mess because we're such an emotional wreck.
Emotion dump.
But basically, so last time we did the podcast, I'm pretty sure the last episode we filmed was, like
the
our
week
final
build
week
up.
build up.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that? It was the day before we left, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so we left the house and we drove there. And anyway, so when we got to the foster carers, we were so excited. And as soon as we walk into the room, he is so happy to see us. He obviously doesn't know who we are.
I think he deep down he does. I think he probably did. It's really hard because now I look back at it and I'm like, I wish we didn't have to wait this extra time, because when we first met him he wasn't crawling, and then now obviously he's crawling, so we've missed a little window of time, and I'm really, really grateful that we've got him now, that before he's walking,
so we can have those first moments. But I got to say, like, a big shout out, his foster carers, like,
so nice,
sent us everything when he started crawling, like kept us up to date. Like, he was
we had
so
daily
good.
WhatsApp,
daily
photos
WhatsApps.
and videos,
and basically the first few days we mimicked what we did when we first met him. So we kind of gave him lunch. We stayed at the foster carers primarily, didn't we?
Yeah,
And we
and
gave him a bath.
Yeah, it was very much like it's like you slowly take over responsibility.
So the foster care is still there, and she's there, but she's
hands off.
She didn't make us feel like we couldn't breathe, which was like the nicest thing. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all.
She kind of takes a step, hands off, and I think every case is different. But what really got me is like when we went up originally to meet him, like we did a lot, and the social workers weren't really involved. I feel like they never really checked in, and this time around, no one checked in to see if we got there. Our social worker never checked in to see if we got there, and I always thought we would have some support, and I feel like we literally did lack support.
A little
but then
bit,
when we went in, we started to take it over, and as Matthew said, we did his bath. That was our first bath with him, and oh my god, I remember I was like, let's be really gentle. Matthew gets a sponge and just pours
right
that
over his head.
water, and he's there like.
It's so cute when a baby is like covered in water and they're like gasping. Didn't cry. He loves the water. We have to get straight on swimming.
Swimming is on our list. This is the thing that so many firsts we want to do.
Yeah.
Like first haircut, first swimming lesson, first ice cream. But then I think over the next 3 days, the transition started happening where we took over responsibility. I think on the 3rd day we went for a walk to the beach.
Yeah, and it was so weird because the foster carer is just like, right, you can go out and have your like first day out, and it's just us on our own, and we put him in the back of the car, drove away, and
silence.
We were he was in silence. He was really just like inquisitive, like looking out the window and stuff, and we were just driving like, do we talk?
And
what
it's one of those things, it's like, we've got a baby in our back seat. Oh my god, it was very much like, this is so surreal. And I think it's the first time we went out with him, so to put him in a pushchair like pram and then go for a stroll was like, oh my god, this is really real.
Yeah,
that's when for me the penny dropped. It wasn't like I'm just visiting a kid in like a home. Like we were the only ones with him. If something happened or he hurt himself,
it's on us.
It's on us.
But must admit, the one thing that I did like about last week, and I'm freaking out a bit now that he's here with us, is we could give him back in the evening and know that we had someone to check in that everything was fine with him. Because I'm like, is he okay? Is everything okay? That's the sort of vibe that I'm feeling now, because I'm like, it is weird. We're done and we have a child now. Are you not freaking out, or are you just like?
No, I am. I hate that you say that, because I feel like it's like I am freaking out.
Then why not? I feel like I thought that I would be chilled, but I feel like I'm freaking out more.
No, it's because I just feel like we can't. It's like peaks and troughs, isn't it? Like we can't both be like wobbling messes.
Yeah. God.
Because then like someone has to pick up the pieces. But I feel like I'm emotionally drained. I think yesterday when he came home, I think that really hit me. Oh, because we drove, didn't we, through our road, and we had our song that we really wanted on, and we put it on driving down the road. Do you not remember? And it was like, that was, and I think I cried about that, and that'll always be a special moment, and like him meeting Moscow and stuff like that. But it's just such a shame, because it's like the foster care was amazing, but then I feel like I've never felt so lonely at the same time.
I just feel like all of our friends and family are so good, and everyone's there. And, everyone online, if people were to put a story up, for example, like so many people reply with like the best support, which we're so grateful for. But it's like, it just felt like I couldn't tell anyone, because I felt like I couldn't. Not that I didn't think people can't relate, because everyone's journey into parenthood's different, but I just felt like where we were last week in that
we were in such
prison,
a dark place.
I just felt like I couldn't even get my emotions out in writing to tell people, or if I was to like ring my mum, or ring our friends.
They went straight away to like, how is he? Oh my god, because it's such an exciting thing.
Time,
because it is,
and it's different I feel like it's different if we were to give birth, because then it's really exciting and it's straight away. Whereas,
and you're out of it, aren't you?
Yeah, and I feel like, because you're out of it, because you're on the gas and air. But then because we were in this transition thing, I did keep thinking last week, and I feel really bad for thinking it. What if like by the end of the week, we feel like this isn't right?
And we did have that moment. I think when we were in this cottage / prison,
we could have driven home.
I feel like there was one point But because they did tell us, we got told like not to really by like social workers not to really go out too much. And I
You
remember
can really bond with him.
and I understand. No, I don't understand actually. I don't know why I keep like not telling my feelings.
I feel like I understand it to a tiny extent.
No, but I just feel like when I tried to explain, I was like, no, we are taking him out, but we are bonding with him. Like we went out to the park and we were with him on the grass, that we were still bonding with him. But I've been in these four walls, I can't stay in these four walls. And then it's like, when you're in school and you get told off and it's like you've done something wrong, but it wasn't even you, it was the kid next to you.
Yeah.
But then you're getting the blame. I felt like I got told off for doing something that I truly believe like was in the best interest of all of us. But because we were bonding, it was only us three.
Because I think we had to be careful and say that we didn't go out all the time.
But we did.
But we did go out.
We
quite a
did.
lot.
As soon as like we couldn't stay inside.
We spent a few. Well, we did. Spend
It was
some
hell.
time,
It
but
was like
it was just so bad.
It was four walls, all grey, no photos.
And the only reason I keep explaining it to like family and friends, I feel like
Still
you
no one
know
gets it.
when you went on a school trip and there was that annoying kid that was really homesick and would cry.
Hi.
And you'd be like, get over it. I feel like we were just really homesick, and because we were so emotional, I could not get over it.
That's me. I want to go home, please.
It
Please,
was
can you call?
so bad.
Please call my dad. Please call my dad. I want to go home. That was literally us.
Yeah, but
transitions did get better.
it did get better, and we're going to tell you now of our first
Oh
poo
no, but
experience.
you need to we had him for 3 days, and then he
yeah.
started transitioning to come to live with us in the prison cottage, and that meant like he would have his naps. Now the one thing we will say is, this is probably it's not really up for debate because it's what the social workers say go. It's up to debate here because I think it's stupid, but he couldn't stay overnight.
Yeah, so we had to give him back in the evening.
And the one thing that
throughout the whole week.
the one thing we've not said is the driving. Like we had to do amples of driving. Like we'd drive to pick him up, drive back.
Because although it was close to the foster care, it like wasn't at the same time. Traffic was just killer because it was like we had to get there on his wake up, which is like when everyone goes to work.
Yeah.
But I feel like we had him back at ours, but then we had to give him back. So because he couldn't sleep overnight, it was like we kept thinking, God, is there something they're not telling us?
I think it generally is because if the kid breaks down crying at night
and you're having a really bad week,
because it's very, very emotionally and mentally draining. I think if you've got a crying kid that's keeping you up all night,
you'll do a runner.
The next day you might be like, this isn't for me.
And I feel like parents to be in our situation would be like, I'm not doing it. Sorry, I'm going home.
I could see it,
and I know that's awful because I feel like our mental state. I was not Matthew from our life last week.
Yeah, you really weren't. We were both really bad, but also I felt we had no one to talk to.
It was horrific. I just cannot express, and I'll probably start crying again because it was so bad.
We did tell the foster carer, and she got it.
Our foster carer was so
and
good.
You felt bad, but we did say we felt really lonely, and like we missed our home. I've never missed Roscoe. Oh, I've never missed Roscoe so much, and it now makes me. I'm really appreciated for our life. I'm really, really grateful for our home and what we have. But oh my gosh, I was just like, I really miss our like town. I miss our area. I miss everything because I never really want to go back.
And it was
there.
I never want to go back there.
I don't think I'll ever go back there.
I think it's just too triggering. Obviously I'd go visit the foster carer, but then I would come straight back.
I think that's the one thing we've said. We said we would always stay in contact with his foster carer because they looked after him so well. They poured so much love and care into him. And I think it's something we always said we would like to have a relationship with them.
In some ways, they made it worse because they were so good that we felt like we couldn't leave.
Yeah, it was so...
It's their fault that we had a bad time, really, because they were the reasons why we were so emotional.
He's joking.
I'm joking. But they were just so good. Like, his foster carers gave so much love to us. They were
so welcoming.
Biscuits every, like, as soon as we get there, we were like, we can't wait for them
Cup of tea, please. Yes, please.
Bring out the plate of biscuits. Oh my God.
And I'm like, I just have the one. And they were like, no, good one. I'm like, secretly, I was like, I'll have the whole packet, please.
But anyway, so he stayed with us for a little bit throughout the day at the prison. But can we just tell the poop story?
Go on. This is like, I really, really wish we had secret cameras set up because this is like...
This is You've Been Framed.
Comedy
punked.
gold.
So we've just experienced our first poo explosion with our son.
Bear in mind, we've only been changing nappies for like 2 days.
And they've only been wheeze.
Mainly Reese, yeah. Every time I've opened his nappy, I've been praying that it wasn't my token to do a poo nappy. And I'm like,
you
please
never
be
got
a
a
wee.
poo.
Please be a wee. Not
Always
when,
a wee.
Always a wee. Especially when like everyone was watching me. It was always a wee.
So this is where I feel like there's a hole in the system, because basically we had him back with us, but we didn't have a changing mat because we were told not to bring anything because he has everything at the foster carers, but we just forgot the changing mat.
No, because no one told us to bring anything.
No, yeah, they said don't bring anything. But basically, so we knew that he did a poo, and we were like, well, we're going to have to change him on a spare bed because we don't have a changing mat.
So you had our bedroom, which was double bed, and then you basically had the lounge in the middle, and on the other side of the lounge you had like another bedroom, which was 2 single beds, both with crisp white sheets.
White sheets. And I thought it'll be fine because we'll catch the poo in the nappy because we could smell it, so we knew it was in there. I open this nappy. This could be a make or break moment in a relationship because we could have argued and cried. But
I'm really shocked. We were
so good.
Maybe we were really delirious.
We were delirious. And I remember ripping open the nappy, and the poo was like lava and it went everywhere. It was up his back. And then next thing I know, it's all over the sheets.
No, but do you know what happened? It's because like because there were 2 single beds, you didn't have your station set up.
So we didn't have the wipes ready. We didn't have the nappy ready.
Like, when like anyone that's got a kid, like you have like, right, my nappies are here, my bags are here, and my wipes are here. Your station's all set up, but because the other bed was like on the other side, you'd put him on one bed, and then you would have to then quick go and reach for the nappy, reach for the thing.
And it was just a hoo-ha.
It was a hoo-ha. Nothing was set up properly.
And then Ryan is the worst person in a bad smell because all he'll do is gag, which is loud and it scares our son and it scares me.
No, it doesn't scare him. He just goes really shy. He's just like, ouch, daddy, ouch.
Because Ryan's gags are so
I
loud.
literally have tears down my eyes when I'm gagged. I'm like, ugh.
And then because there was poo all over the bed.
Do you know why it went everywhere though, Matthew? I feel
Why?
like because you didn't hold his legs. So his foot rolled into the poo.
And next thing you know,
and it smeared it everywhere.
It was so bad. So we're screaming at each other in like a funny way where we're like, oh my God, right, get him to the bathroom.
It did get to the point where like, we can't clean him up.
We can't. We had to take
shower
him to the bathroom,
him off.
shower him. And then because we don't know this place at all,
because we had an ensuite in our bedroom,
so we didn't use the spare bathroom, did we? We were like, so how do you turn the bath and the shower on? Next thing you know, Ryan's turning all these knobs and the water is spraying
from every angle.
It's spraying all over our son, who's now like screaming because he's like, oh my God.
And then I'll see the splashback from his spray, where he's still, bear in mind, covered in poo.
It's spraying on us.
And then in the heat of the moment, I'm grabbing everything, and this was a learning curve. So I grabbed
learning curve right here. So please don't judge.
But not a judge them. I grabbed toilet roll, and then I grabbed the wipes, and then I was wiping him everywhere, really. Like, obviously laughing. He's there, like, fine now.
He's like laughing now because we're like calming. We're like calm voices.
But obviously but it wasn't really calm voice.
By this point,
like,
we were like,
ooh, and I'm there like, where's the wipes? Ooh, where's the wipes? Where's the wipes?
Then what did you do with all the wipes?
Well, because we didn't have the nappy bag was on the bed still next to the smeared poo on the bed, there was no time for me to do anything. There was no bin in the bathroom, so I wasn't really thinking. I just started putting the wipes in the toilet, and I know it's bad.
It's so bad.
I know it's bad.
I'm going to give you the all clear on this because we were in the most awful situation.
I'm sorry, but it wasn't intentional. It was like an experience, and also it wasn't my fault that no one gave us anything and no one prepped us, and we were in this prison.
And then as soon as we pressed the flush on the toilet, you've never seen anything like it.
We blocked the toilet.
So yeah, that was our first experience. And then as soon as we did this, we then put him down for a nap.
Because it was his nap time.
And we felt so bad because the room just smelled of poo. We took all the sheets off, put them in the wash, and put fairy liquid in the washing machine because we had nothing to use for washing machine.
I feel sorry for whoever then stays in that room after us.
Awful. And then we went and had a cup of tea in the little like balcony bit.
On like the bench outside. It was quite sunny, and we were like, we were really proud of ourselves because we didn't argue.
We laughed after, and
it didn't scare us.
It didn't scare us.
I mean, it does scare me still changing number 2.
I just don't know. What are you going to be like if it's because that was a runny number 2.
That has to be scale his poo at the moment. That must have been a 10 out of 10.
An 11 out of 10.
It was actually...
That was the worst. Ryan, it ruined a bedsheet.
No, but I think it's because he was wiggling and it smeared hand. It was on his hand.
So you've just
and then it was on our arms.
Never seen anything like it, and the smell.
It was horrendous. But we got through it.
As a team.
And I think that's one that we found out this whole transition week. It's like, we do have our moments, but I feel like
we're a team.
We are a really, really good team if we really think about it.
Here he goes again.
And I think sometimes it's easy to forget, isn't it? You do forget that, like, we both are learning, trying to look after this new soul in our lives.
But I've got to admit, guys, I feel like we've not even said he is so beautiful.
He is so beautiful. He is, like, so loving, so caring. He's really easy. And I'm not even jinxing it. Like, he was raised so well from the foster carers. Like, he has a really nice, really good routine.
Really good routine.
He eats.
He
loves his
water.
Food. Like, they've obviously fed him well and introduced so much food. I think that's why ultimately transition was probably the hardest, because the night before we came home
was the most horrific night of my life.
And I think that's when we did laugh, because we were like, if we had to call our social worker or anyone to comfort us,
they wouldn't know what to do because we were a mess.
We were in tears. So you just saw or heard Matthew at the start of this podcast episode. It was like on a scale level 10. We had like a few drinks, and then like we got given his little suitcase with all of his like clothes.
Oh my God, it was
that were coming home with us from his foster carer, and the foster carer packed him and cleaned him so well. And then we opened him up and we honestly burst into tears because it was his first ever outfit that we dressed him. Like,
all these just like, I think when you're going through this, you forget that you're taking a child that's come from, you know, not the best start in life. And I feel like we get really excited because like, we're becoming dads, but when you see these little clothes in the suitcase, you're like, oh my God. I don't know, you just get a sense of guilt.
We felt so bad. And like we did film it, didn't we? Because I was like, what? And it makes, why does no one talk about it?
No one talks about it.
Like, no one talks about the guilt of like taking a child away from like somewhere that he's already really loved. And he's so loved here. But then it's still like so hard. And I think we, in our heads, we're like, but it's their job. It's their job.
But then when it comes down to it, you're like, well, obviously it's their job and they get paid to look after the child, but then they still like really care for the child.
Really, really care. Like, well, she really cared. The foster carer really cared for him, like a lot. I'm trying not to say her name, that's why I'm trying not to say she, because I know it's rude, but I'm trying not to say her name. But the foster carer was so loving.
She was so good.
And I feel like
all of her family were lovely.
The whole family. And I think when we opened that suitcase, I think it hit us because we were like, the next day, we're taking him home with us for good. Like, our son is going to get in a car with us, and then we drive back here, and then he lives here with us for the rest of our lives. So we felt so, so bad. I remember we were voice noting some friends at the time, and I think everyone still had those like
excited feelings of, but your son's coming home.
And I think we were like, we just need someone to really get us. And we have a few friends that have adopted, but every transition has been so different
for them. So a lot of people are feeling less like we were with their foster carers, and we're just like, oh.
And I felt like we felt really bad. And even like, I did sleep really well though.
I slept well, but then I just felt so sick.
That morning.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
The whole of yesterday morning, I just felt really sick because we then had to drive and pick him up, and we were warned by his social worker that we basically go in for cups of tea all the time with the foster carer and Bickies and have a chat and just like chill. But she was like, be prepared, there'll be no tea, there'll be no biscuits, because I think we made it very clear that we love going there for a cup of tea and a biscuit
and a good like chat, because we don't chat to anyone.
Don't chat to anyone.
We don't see anyone.
And she was like, be prepared, and the foster carer did already say, be prepared to just basically take him and go in the morning.
And then she was like, I know it sounds really like ruthless, but it's how I process it, and we completely get it, because it's like, even though it's hard on everyone, and I respect that's how they deal with like doing this part, because this must be the most the best part of their job, but also the hardest part, because like it's giving that child their forever home, but at the same time, like you're like missing out. We have
They've been like looking after a baby.
No, I know.
How can they how no one with a nice pure heart can look after a baby and just
not
be
get
like,
attached.
see ya.
And I think my thought process is like, we still chat. We made it very clear that we still want a relationship. Like we got them gifts in the car, and in the car it was very clear that we still want to talk to them. We still want to meet up. We still want to have that relationship. And I think we making that really clear. But also I feel like she'll see parts of it online.
Yeah, like
she'll see our adoption journey.
The adventure. It's not like we're going to disappear for her, for sure.
Exactly. But I think it was really hard because we also didn't expect
to care so much.
Yeah, and she dressed him in a really cute outfit.
Yesterday's outfit was so cute. Should we just talk about, because I feel like, should we just talk about going to get him? So we packed up the car from the prison and we were like, freedom! But then at the same time, I kept thinking, I don't know if you felt the same, I was like, oh God, like this really will be my life changing now because I don't give him back tonight. He's like coming home forever.
And we've got no blanket of like, hi, could you help us? Like to the foster care, like, hi, he's not sleeping.
So can you take him back? Like, because you do, I know it sounds awful, but you do think in your mind, everyone can say they don't think this, but when you go through adoption, you do think, oh my God, if it's really bad, then what can I give him back?
And you feel like you still got support.
And you've still got support. Whereas
like his social worker was really good. Like she always was like, how are you guys today?
She did check in a lot.
I think our side maybe wasn't.
Didn't check in as much.
No.
But I feel like we left in the morning and then we were listening to songs, but Ryan has this thing, not even of this thing of that this was an emotional time. We could be going on holiday and he'll put on like an emotional playlist. It's so...
I actually, one of my favourite playlists on Spotify is sad songs, or if I'm not feeling that one, I put on power ballads.
And he'll just look out the window and you can tell that he's doing a performance in his head or something.
But I'm like crying on stage. What's my recent one that I've been doing?
Hosiers.
Oh yeah,
what's it called? Northern Attitude by
Hosier.
When
you belt it. But there's other sad ones that I really like.
Really. Anyway, so we pull up at the foster carers and we parked down the road, and the only reason that we did that was because normally you can park like basically outside our house. So we parked down the road, one, to clear our heads just so we can have a little walk. Yeah. And two, for when
I think we do this, I don't know if anyone else does, but we do this mental clicks in like whenever we do something in life, like
we like mentally like take pictures with our eyes. Like, I'm doing it now. If you're watching this, like I'm like blinking loads, and
it's like imprinted in the brain.
We like do mental pictures, even though obviously it's just
a thing that we do.
And we walked in, like rang the doorbell, walked in instantly. I'm like basically nearly crying. She looks like
I held it okay at this point.
She looked like she wanted to cry, but she was really strong yesterday in front of us.
She was really sad.
She was sad.
Really sad. Could you do? Yeah.
And then as you walk in, he was in this like cutest outfit ever, and I was like, where has this little cute number been?
And it's also like, it's like, you've done this for us. Like he hasn't dressed himself as it.
Like she's made the effort to make him look nice for his little drive.
But you didn't need to like have like our first day as like officially daddy and daddy. Like you didn't have to do that, and you did do that. You've like,
it's really thoughtful,
and I think that's what it is. It's like I didn't expect the thoughtfulness, and then I think she gave us some gifts,
which we haven't opened yet.
And like
I can't mentally do the gifts yet.
We're gonna have to wait.
We'll do it. We'll do it next week.
Because one of the things we said is like when we had the baby shower, we asked everyone to write in one of his books. So when we read to him, there's like a really cute message, and we didn't take the book up when we picked him up.
So we've asked her and her family to do it.
And that was really cute. And I think that was a really nice touch as well. So we've got that for his like bookshelf. So we exchanged all these like gifts. So obviously we got them gifts and stuff like that.
The nice thing was she actually gave us a cup of tea before we left yesterday.
Yeah, but it was really awkward, wasn't it? Because we were waiting for like, are we going? I don't need to think we're rude. I don't know when we're going. But there was a sense of like,
I didn't feel awkward. There was just like a sense of sadness in the air.
Because it's like a chapter's closed, but then a new chapter's about to begin. A really exciting chapter. Like I'm so happy that we've done it, and we found him, like from all those.
The most perfect child. Like he was meant for us. Like the universe was like, had its plan.
I think when we had the heartbreak of like not having one of the other children, and that was really, really sad to go through, it's like the universe, like, you just need to wait because you've got this little boy.
Darling.
But it's sad, isn't it? Because it's just like so much in his life that he's gone through. And you obviously have to tell him that. But what's really nice is like we get to share that you were so loved before us. Like you were so loved. Like you were so like there was like amples and amples of memories in his memory box for him.
I'm so grateful for all the photos and videos that we've got to show him.
Yeah. But that was our transition week.
You didn't say about us taking him.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
You've just missed it. We've got to the whole... We've not even said about what happened yesterday. But right, so basically, I'll carry on the story.
Yeah, go on,
because I
lead
feel
the
like
team.
I need to relive it because I feel like my memory's going to get distorted. I feel like my body is already
I
detaching.
physically don't remember. I remember you hugging them.
As soon as...
I don't remember what I did.
She said to us, we were sat there and she was like... she didn't say leave.
Get
It
out.
was more like you can go.
I think it was like, maybe it was more of like a nod, like, you're welcome to take him.
Because I think she could maybe tell that I was getting really
You
upset.
were gone and you like, were you gone by this point?
No, because then I got up and hugged her. And then I was
You
like,
cried
"Bye."
before I did. Because I remember that and you cried.
She didn't cry, but I gave her the biggest hug and I was just like, I can't stop crying.
I remember hugging her, like, thank you so much.
And then you just pick up this little boy and you're just like...
You leave. Gosh. And then you do leave. And then I'm really glad that we didn't park. We walked a little bit because I think you want to take that. And he was so happy. Like, he had, whenever we've had him...
He just smiles.
Like, he really just... I feel like in my heart, he really just want to be with us. Because I know he doesn't necessarily have a say in what family he's gonna have. But I feel like he's never seen us and cried. And I take that as a win. I think when we picked him up and we left, or even we had him like in the day in the cottage prison, he was always happy with us.
He was so happy.
So I feel like it made me reassured that like he wants this deep down. He doesn't know it, but he must know. He must know it.
I just feel like when we were walking to the car,
we didn't speak.
We didn't talk. It was like silence. You were crying because you held him to the car. We put him into the car seat yesterday, and then we were like, "Oh my God, this is the start of forever."
Yeah. And obviously the social workers, foster carers tell you not to be upset, be happy. But
we weren't. I was not happy, and it wasn't because I wasn't like. I feel like it's because I keep comparing it to when you see someone come out of hospital with their baby or anything like that. People are like, "Woo!"
There's not even trauma there.
There's no trauma.
That's
there.
what I mean. Like, you've done this. There's like you've not had. Yeah.
We were just really like numb yesterday. It was
and I feel like
horrific.
no one told us. This is something that I really want to remember and want to share with anyone that maybe is going for adoption. No one tells you how hard it is to take a child that is so loved and looked after. And even though you're going to give them the love and give them everything they ever want, nothing can mentally prepare you for that. And I feel like we walked in and we were so naive.
We were the most naive we've ever been in our life.
Because I feel like we didn't have a clue.
I think we thought I thought my mental capacity last week would be more stressed around him maybe not wanting to settle with us, and because he was so good, I had no worry. I've got no worries about him being with us ever because he is. We will get through. If anything changes, we will get through it now.
Yeah.
Whereas because I didn't have that worry, I then had such guilt last week, and it was.
I think it was now. Like even when we were driving back yesterday home with him, like I wasn't even thinking, oh, your nursery actually isn't done. Like, we've still got bookshelves. Or, oh, I didn't actually order a food shop for us. Because at this point, we didn't know your sister and your mum and your family did get us some food in. But it was all about, like, I can't even explain to you how I feel, but more felt yesterday. Because it was just like, I'm so happy and we've wanted this for so long, and he will change our life and shape us into like whatever we're going to be next, into parents. He will teach us how to be parents. But then you're so sad and so like scared because it's so new, and it's both of those intense emotions into one. And it's like, I feel like as humans,
it was too much.
It was too much. Maybe once at a time.
One would, yeah.
But yeah, but we're here now. But I'm really glad
Daddies!
we did. We're daddies.
We're officially daddies.
It feels crazy. And he slept this whole time.
He's still sleeping.
That's one thing, he loves his bed.
He loves sleep. So we're like, this is not, we're like, it'll probably change in like a week, but we'll keep it how it is. He's like, guys, he's just so beautiful.
He is so beautiful.
And I really hope you guys watching or listening to this wasn't, this is just like a real, we always have wanted this podcast to be fun and funny, but this has just been a really emotional,
we said it in every episode, but I feel like we have quite literally become Daddies Overnight. Yesterday we became Daddies Overnight, which actually blows my mind. And I am so excited for the next chapter. And I think, what is next?
We've got to figure this out. I have no idea what we're doing, babe.
I think we're nesting and bonding. We're going to take some time with him, obviously, and just be with him, really present.
No phone, apart from we'll be taking lots of photos and videos for our memories, because I feel like we want to create just the best storybook.
Yeah.
To show him, like, his foster care life and how he's come into this life. But
I want to carry on building our bond with him.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with the foster carer, he would smile at her like instantly, so quick. And by the end of the transition, he does that with us now. And I really want to keep going and working towards that and really strengthen that. I just want to spend, I think because we've missed out on so much time, I want to get that time. I want to have that time. I want to get that time.
We're lucky because we've got him so young.
But I already
feel like we've missed out on like a lifetime.
But I want to get his first haircut. I want him to experience. I want to see
swimming, ice cream. We always said we would get ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already lost because all we've said online is on the first day we get our child, we're going to go get ice cream.
We didn't.
We're not doing that, are we?
I think we underestimated. I think because
we underestimated. People called us naive online. I don't think that we're naive, but I feel like we've been naive on a few things.
But I also think it's because I forget that he's never been to this house,
so he doesn't know he hasn't seen our living room.
He met Roscoe, and that's probably overwhelming and stimulating as it was. Like, Roscoe is
that's probably why he's sleeping now, because he's so exhausted.
Roscoe is a lot, but I feel like what's next is very much taking him in and really being present, but also seeing life through his eyes, which is something I've been so excited to do. Just as I've become a dad, I've always wanted just to like
relive childhood and give him the best one.
Bubbles, touching grass,
smelling flowers, grabbing the flowers,
and like even just like him, dressing him in the clothes we've bought, and like in his nursery,
fresh wardrobe.
I think the fact that he's in his room that we've put so much love and care into,
and it's like his room. Not that he didn't have a room at the foster carers, but like this is like his. Like this is for
only
him.
his. It will only ever be his. Like we did this with the intentions and love and care that it was all for like
him,
our son. Yeah, which I think is like makes me all giggy, makes me so happy. But so emotional. I'm so tired, guys.
We're delirious. We will
wrap up.
Yeah, we'll be back next week when we say, because he hasn't pooed in our presence at this house yet. So we've got all of this poo. He hasn't had dinner yet. Actually, no, I suppose dinner does kind of count from last night.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Had breakfast, lunch.
He had a bit of my sister's.
Had a bottle.
Yeah.
But we've not really had time with him.
And we thought, while he's napping and we've got this energy, we need to get these emotions out.
I just wanted to really get this. I feel like I'm really going to try and wipe bits of this.
Yeah, because I feel like I need to get rid of the trauma.
Yeah, but it was all worth it in the end.
Do we think we're going to have a sleepless week? I feel like no, because I feel like he's been all right last night.
People always say don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. Right, no one jinx it, but can we just pray we have a good sleep tonight?
You'll see us tomorrow. You'll see us next week.
And we'll be haggard.
Yeah, haggard. Or you'll see us online tomorrow and we'll soon pretending if we're haggard or not. But
thank you so much for listening. If you're watching, listening, whatever you're watching on, please leave a review because it really helps the podcast.
Or subscribe or follow. And
the journey has just begun of us becoming daddies overnight. So
welcome and buckle up because we're actually on this journey now.
We've either made our lives or ruined our lives.
Matthew, you can't say that. You can't say that. We've made our lives. But
yeah, we've made them.
Welcome to the new era of Daddies
Overnight. This is so weird.
I'm going to wake him up now.
Right, love you guys and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
See you next week. If you enjoyed this episode of Daddies Overnight, don't forget to leave a rating and to hit follow.